Hello my lovelies. So today we're going to be reviewing some of these mini decks that were sent to me. We got a Soul's Journey, and I'm sure that the bigger deck is pretty much like any kind of oracle deck, but this is what the mini deck looks like. And the whole point is I want to show you guys the pictures so you can decide if you want to buy the decks, because what I found, and I'm going to leave it there so you guys can read it. You guys just have to pause it so you can read it clearly. Can I do? Yeah, it's the glare. So I got to do that so you guys can read it clearly. I find that a lot of people will buy tarot card decks and then get them home and realize they don't like them because they're pip decks or because the best cards were shown in the advertisement, and then when you get them, all the other cards are like. So I decided, because I saw myself returning a lot of things, and that's gas emissions to return it, plus the labor to process it and then put it back into circulation. And a lot of times these things go into landfills. So I was like, let me start this channel so people can see them. I mean, I've returned some decks as well after reviewing them because I was like, what the hell? But not many. There's some of them that I said that I was going to return that I didn't, because after I used them, I was like, this is actually a very good intuitive deck. One of them, and I just want to be honest, is the Urban Tarot. I actually ended up really liking that one. I'm actually going to do an intro to that and add it to this, because that ended up being a really good card deck. So these are oracle decks. Most of the oracle decks, you don't really need the book because there's writing on them, so you can get away with just having these. And I find these are so much better to travel with. This is what the back looks like. I find them a much better suitable deck for me to use when I'm traveling because it's less weight and they're still decent. It's just like a regular, it's actually bigger than a deck of playing cards. There are a lot of these. So these are great oracles for when you're reading tarot and you just want to pull oracle to clarify the tarot or to give it a little bit more depth. These are also great for you, I guess, for personal readings. If you need to get an idea of what your next steps should be. Envy and failure. It's okay. I mean, there's nothing really special about the pictures. Empathy and doubt. This is the Peruvian symbol. An Inca symbol. I was just in Peru for a month filming my documentary, the Indigenous documentary. I have to decide where my next trip is going to be. I think it might be Costa Rica because I found a really good deal. But I don't have anybody to go with, and I'm pretty sure that the deal is supposed to be for 2 people. But even if I go by myself, it's still a good deal. You know, if I have to pay for 2 people. And this is how I got them. They weren't in order. But that's because these aren't like the official ones. I would think that the official ones would come in alphabetical order. And there is a QR code if you did want to download the book, but I'm pretty sure you could just read what's on the card and get the gist of it. You don't have to go into this long, worn out thing. And then there's one more after this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out one card, and that'll be the message of the day for you guys. This is why I do that, because you see how the color changed? Look. This is what the camera does if I just do one card at a time. If I do 2 cards, see, it does it again. If I do 2 cards, then at least it maintains the color structure. And the same thing happens if I put it face down on a table, which I did in the past. It does the same thing. And I didn't know, so then I just wasted time filming. So now I'm like, you know what? You're gonna see me. All right, so for Oracle, you have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Some of you really need to make some deep-rooted changes in your life. Let me pick some other ones. Health, maybe about your health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And that's all this is. If you really understand that, it's a lot easier to make better decisions. That this is just a shell for your soul. So how do you want the shell for your soul to be kept? How much do you value your soul? When you start looking at it, for some people, when you start looking at your soul as a third-party entity and you're like a giver and a lover, you're going to then want to love your soul. And then you do everything for your soul. You wouldn't do it for yourself, but you'll do it for your soul. Some people are stuck like that. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. Some of you guys are not listening to your intuition. You are literally indecisive because you're not listening to your intuition. You're fighting with yourself. Your intuition is telling you one thing, and then you're going against it, and then you're wondering why things aren't working out. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So a lot of you are not listening to your intuition, which is causing failure, but at least you're smart enough to get the lesson out of it so that you don't repeat it. And the last card is regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Some of you are regretting the fact that you didn't listen to your intuition. You're regretting the fact that you've let your vessel fall apart, and now you have to do a lot of work to get it back in order. It's kind of like a fixer-upper. But that's what I have for you. So if you guys like the channel, please subscribe, like. If you want to donate, go ahead and do that. I use that to buy the original decks. Somebody keeps sending me these mini decks. I think it's somebody that buys them and then decides they don't like it, and then they give me the ones they don't like. I'm okay with that. That's how I feel. So I'm gonna roll with it. But I'm very grateful. So whoever's sending me these decks, thank you. And if you guys want to send me some decks, if you have your own tarot card deck, by all means, go ahead, send it to the address below. If you are deciding to get rid of any decks and you want to give them to somebody, please send them to me. I'll take them. And I'll review them if I don't have them. And I also have people that want them, and I do giveaways. So if you guys want, when I get to 50 subscribers, which I think is going to take an eternity considering that I only have 4, I'm actually giving away the Cosmic Slumber deck, which is this one. And if I remember, I'll put the link for the video that I did reviewing this so that you guys can actually see the entire deck. You can also search for it on my channel. You just go to my channel, you know, click on videos, and then there's like a magnifying glass over the videos. You know, like over, you see all the videos, and then there's a little magnifying glass on top. You could just write Cosmic Slumber and you'll see the video. But this is the deck I'm giving away for this channel. On my Tarot Cheerleader channel, I'm giving away the TV series deck when I hit 50 people. And I'm up to 25 on that one. And I actually started that one after this one. Go figure. Anyways, I'm going to go now. XOXO. Bye.